Hey kids, welcome to section 3.2, preparing a budget sheet. Today we're going to learn how to use records of past expenditures to prepare a monthly budget sheet. The question is, do you have a monthly budget? Most kids your age don't. They get whatever money they can from wherever they can and they spend it on whatever they want, but they don't necessarily think about saving or only spending a certain amount of money every month on this or that. So it's important to start thinking about a budget. You can use records of your past expenditures to prepare a budget sheet that outlines your total monthly expenses. You will want to calculate your living expenses, which includes amounts for food, utility bills, and pocket month. Those vary from month to month. Your living expenses vary. Other expenses, such as rent, are more fixed. These are called fixed expenses because they do not vary from one month to the next. So, fixed expenses could be rent, could be health insurance, could be the cable bill, could be the sewer bill. Sometimes bills are the same from month to month. Sometimes bills are different from month to month. So if you have any bills that are the same every month, like car loans or mortgages or health insurance, those are called fixed expenses. And remember, there are also things called annual expenses. So these are things that you only pay once a year, like real estate taxes, like house insurance. Um, so once a year things are called annual taxes or annual expenses. So to find your total monthly expenses, you're going to take your monthly living expenses, you're going to add your monthly fixed expenses, and then you're going to add the monthly share of the annual expenses. Once we add all those up, if we want to figure out how much to budget each month for everything, we can add all those up and that'll tell us. So here is a budget sheet. I know it's very overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff on here, but let's talk about it. You have three different expenses: monthly living expenses, monthly fixed expenses, and annual expenses. That's exactly what's on the previous slide. Now, your monthly living expenses is going to be chunked into different categories. There's food and groceries, there's household expenses, transportation, personal spending, entertainment. Then the monthly fixed expenses. These are things that don't change. Those are just listed. Annual expenses. These are things that don't change. They're just listed. And then we're going to do some calculations and answer some questions. Down here in the bottom right, this chunk right here is where we're going to do the math. And that's going to tell us eventually in the very bottom right hand corner if we've gone over or if we're under budget for the month. So let's see what kind of questions we're going to answer. 1A, what are Leslie's total monthly living expenses? So total monthly living expenses means I want to find this number right down here. Now, that means I have to add all of these numbers up. So if I add all of these numbers up, I promise you, I already did it, you get $1,286.30. I'm going to put this number also under monthly living expenses. 1,286.30. Let's get rid of this line. All right, so our monthly living expenses, 1,286.30. 1,286.30. Okay, what are her total monthly fixed expenses? Well, total monthly fixed expenses are right here. So I need to add up the 660, 185, 150. If I do that, I get 995. So I'm going to put that down here under fixed expenses, 995, and then I'm going to put it to answer the question. Letter C, what must Leslie set aside each month for annual expenses? So that's how much should she set aside each month. That's this answer right here. Before I can find the monthly share, I need to find the total of the annual expenses. So I'm going to take all these numbers here: life insurance, renter's insurance, car registration, charitable contributions. I'm going to add all those up and I'm going to get $2,086.75. To figure out what the monthly share of those annual expenses are, I'm going to divide that number by 12, and that's going to give me 173.90, which I'm going to put down here. 173.90. And then I'm going to put it by the question. 173.90. All right, letter D. What is her total monthly expenditure? Well, where's that on the table? Total monthly expenditure. That's this right down here. So I need to take the 1286.30, the 995, and the 173.90, and I need to add them up. If I do, I get $2,455.20. 2,455.20. 2,455.20. The next question: is Leslie able to live within her monthly net income of $2,350? Well, kids, that means that she made $2,350 in the month, and we spent $2,455.20. So, did she live within her budget? No, she definitely spent more. And we can find her balance by subtracting. So this number right here, this balance, I can take the 2,350 and subtract it from the 2,455. So if I wanted to figure out what my balance was, I could subtract them. Ooh, wait, hold on. 2,455.20 minus 2,350 is $105.20. So it looks like she was $105.20 under. Now notice I put the answer right here in the balance in parentheses. The parentheses mean that it's a negative amount. That means that she overspent. So if you ever see like any running tally of dollars and you see one in parentheses, it might just mean that it's negative. Okay, the next question: which is greater, total personal spending or total transportation? All right, well, let's see. So we got spending and we got transportation. Let's see which one is greater. So let's go back up here. Let's see, personal spending. That's all of these numbers right here. Personal spending is 316.34. If we add up clothing, credit cards, newspaper, and pocket money, 316.34. Transportation was the other one. If we add up gasoline, oil, and parking, we get $212.33. So which one's greater? Personal spending is greater. 316 is greater than 212. So let's put some numbers down here. So personal spending was 316.34 and transportation was 212.33. So spending was greater. I guess you would say personal spending. And if you want to see how much greater, I can subtract. So 316.34 minus 212.33, and that gives me $104.01. Now, what's interesting, kids, is that 104 there is kind of almost how much we overspend. So I don't know. You might want to take a look at maybe don't go to the movies or don't eat out as much. Eating out at restaurants is super expensive. Turn off the lights when you leave the room. Don't take a 10-minute shower, take a 7-minute shower. There's lots of things that you can do to bring down your spending. All right, that's the end of section 3.2. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And as always, keep calm and keep trucking.